Hello, welcome back. This is Sage and you're watching Kalkine TV live from the Sydney studios. And this is the Buzzing Trends Show. So let's get started with today's important news that could make impact in the markets. The S&P ASX 200 is up by just 11.80 points today to 7,127. The index started the day lower after breaking a four-day winning rally as blue chip miners dragged in a rise in domestic coronavirus cases, sparked fears of a snap lockdown in the state of Victoria. Heavyweight Aussie miners tumbled 0.9% as China's warning against hoarding and speculation kept market participants on the edge and pressured iron ore prices. Australia's second most populous state of Victoria recorded 6 new cases of COVID-19 after an infected person was among about 23,400 people who attended a football match at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. 6 of 11 sectors are higher today, and information technology is the best performing sector, gaining 2.23% at 12:04 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. On that note, let's move to some news in detail. Reddit, a social news aggregation and web content rating and discussion website, is noticing that traders have switched their focus from equity market to the digital market. Its main cryptocurrency forum has overtaken activities on its meme stock forum, Wall Street Bets. The switch is for quick returns and a bit of fun. And last week was a very volatile week, to say the least, for Bitcoin and other digital currencies. The cryptocurrency forum of Reddit saw a rise of 82% in comments from the 1st of May to the 21st of May, adding almost 36,000 comments daily, whereas the comments on Reddit thread, Wall Street Bets, are down by 42% with just about 13,000 comments till last Friday. And moving on now to the next news. Australia opens new markets for its farmers after China trade dispute led to a punitive tariff on Australian barley imports. After China imposed the punitive tariff last year, Australian barley farmers were under fear that this move will decimate a $2 billion Australian dollar industry. But Australia has limited its damage by opening to new markets in Asia and Latin America. The barley farmers' experience has also been replicated in other sectors such as coal, beef, wine, cotton and seafood. The relationships have sourced since Australia pushed back against Chinese aggregation in Asia and called for an international investigation on the origin of coronavirus outbreak. And moving on, Westpac, an Australian banking and financial service provider, is all set to raise $2.5 billion through a bond issue. The company will issue unsecured debt in the US market, and this will mark the first time an Australian bank tapping the debt market in such format since the beginning of COVID-19. There are expectations in the market that other banks will follow the suit. Lack of Australian banks' bonds and the backup provided to credit market by the central banks have resulted in the lowest level spreads since the beginning of the global financial crisis. Another big news from the banking space is to follow. Commonwealth Bank share price is riding high today, and it even reached 100 Australian dollars per share today during the day's trade, supported by more than strong economic recovery data and high domestic housing prices. The share price broke a 109-year history. Now let's move on to Dacian Gold, who is a Western Australian-based gold development and exploration company who plans to raise 40 million Australian dollars through a two-tranche institutional placement. The company will use the proceeds raised to speed up 300,000 metre drilling programs across Mount Morgans and Redcliffe. And Dacian may also launch a share purchase plan for additional 5 million Australian dollars. And the next news comes from testing services provider ALS, who is edging up after reporting a 35% increase in profit. The company stated that the financial year net attributable profit surged as losses from impairment were offset by proceeds from China asset sale. And notably, the company has declared a final dividend of 14.6 cents per share, more than double from a year earlier. And now it's time for a short break, but please don't go anywhere, as I'll be back in just a moment to share a trending news on vaccine maker Moderna.
At Kalkine TV, we'll take you to the heart of the Australian equity market. We'll bring you breakthrough stories that highlight volatility, as well as tailwinds building across the length and breadth of markets. Whether space travel will gain momentum, while economies may gradually open amid vaccine rollouts, our experts will share their timely inputs. So join us on this exciting journey of live streaming, financial and stock market news. Kalkine TV.
Hello, welcome back. This is Sage and you're watching Kalkine TV live from Sydney, and this is the Buzzing Trends Show. Let's see what the trending news is from the ASX listed companies, beginning with Fletcher Building, who is soaring high on the ASX 200 board post guidance upgrades. Fletcher Building said that it has upgraded its guidance and will undertake a capital return to shareholders of up to 300 million New Zealand dollars. And notably, Fletcher Building Limited is one of the largest listed companies in New Zealand. The company is involved in the manufacturing and distribution of building materials and residential as well as commercial construction. Now let's move on. The ASX Deputy Chief Executive Peter Hyam has resigned from his position after 23 years with the company. Mr. Hyam will join Motive Partners, instead a global investment firm focused on financial services, technology companies, as an industry partner. And now the next news. Australia's leading holistic marketing company, IVE Group, that is expecting underlying EBITDA from continuing operations for the full year to June 30th to be in the range of 98 million Australian dollars to 100 million Australian dollars. Now let's hear what Keystone Dairy has to say. They've launched a new product and shares are watchful. Keystone Dairy Corporation Limited shared the news today that it has launched a new proprietary product range, Tonic Energy, in Australia and New Zealand. The company shared that Ketone's existing proprietary brand, Tonic, was received well in the country, and therefore Ketone has launched Tonic Energy, a new range of products. Now let's move on to the long-awaited news from Moderna, who is to seek an FDA global approval for new children COVID-19 drug. Moderna Inc. said on May 25th that a clinical study of its COVID-19 vaccine mRNA-1273 showed 100% effectiveness in the 12 to 17 years age group. And Moderna CEO Stefan Bancel says the company would submit the study data to the US Food and Drug Administration and other regulators globally in early June and seek authorization. The Massachusetts-based biotechnology company's stock rose around 2% to US $167.34 when the market opened for trading on Tuesday. The Centre for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, coordinating the COVID response, said only a few kids compared to adults get infected with SARS-CoV-2, but they can still become sick and spread the virus. And vaccinating children is considered crucial for herd immunity. Moderna's 2-dose vaccine is already authorised for adults aged 18 years or older, and more than 3,700 participants between 12 and less than 18 years of age in the US enrolled in the clinical trial. Moderna said that the mRNA 1273 met its primary immunogenicity endpoint, and the safety and tolerability profile was consistent with the phase 3 study in adults. No cases of COVID-19 were found in participants who were administered with 2 shots, while 4 children who received the placebo were found positive. The vaccine showed 93% efficacy in participants with mild cases of COVID-19 in the 14 days after the first dose, and Moderna said it did not find any significant safety concerns. Common side effects observed included headache and fatigue, however, and the company noted that it will monitor all participants in the trial for the next 12 months. Earlier in May, the FDA gave emergency use authorisation for Pfizer-BioNTech's COVID vaccine for 12 to 15-year-olds in the US. And the vaccine, jointly developed by Pfizer and Germany's BioNTech, showed 100% effectiveness. Thanks for your time joining us on that report. That is all for now. But please do keep watching Kalkine TV as we bring you the latest news and trending market updates live from Sydney. Sage signing off for now.